If Netlink Daily was a person, it'd be Bill Gates, because it cares so much about tech news. What a nerd! Nerd! He is very wealthy, though. Well, reviews for Intel's first Core X series processors aren't supposed to go up until Monday, but Hexus.net apparently doesn't give a flying fart about that. They've got their hands on and published their review of the Core i9-7900X, which, with 10 cores and 20 threads, sits at the top of the current batch of Core X chips, as the 12 to 18 core models won't be launching until late this year. Hexus concluded that the 7900X has excellent performance in instructions per clock, multi-threaded applications, and overclocking, but at $1,000 US, it's not the best bang for your buck. We'll have our review up on Monday because Intel actually sent us some chips, so we don't want to be rude. We accidentally broke embargo for Skylake, actually, I think, and Brian Krzanich gave me an earful, let me tell you. Next story. Which is about AMD, of course. Gotta balance the scales here. No early reviews for Threadripper, but the names and specs of AMD's EPYC line of CPUs meant to compete with Intel's Xeons have been leaked. Videocards.com published the info showing the flagship 32-core, 64-thread EPYC 7601 with a base clock speed of 2.2 GHz, boost clock of 3.2 GHz, and a TDP of 180 watts for $4,000. All the EPYC 7000 series processors have 8-channel DDR4 and 128 PCIe lanes. Now, I don't understand server-grade CPUs that well, so I'm not going to say more than that, but if the idea of 64 threads excites you physically, be sure to check out the news sources in the description. And Amazon has gone and made another impulse buy. They gotta learn to control themselves. Amazon and Whole Foods will be merging, with Amazon dropping $13.7 billion for the acquisition. Whole Foods will continue to operate their stores independently. CEO John Mackey called it a partnership. This makes sense as Amazon has been moving more and more into the food and grocery market with Amazon Fresh and recently its food store of the future. But it's not all sunshine and lollipops, as the company also recently filed a patent that would block shoppers from comparing prices online while on a store's Wi-Fi network. Ironic, given that many people compare the price of items in physical stores to their price on Amazon. I see what you're doing here. Don't like the taste of your own kale chips, eh? Whole Amazon Foods? Whole Amazon Foods. They could rebrand to that. Very catchy. It's time for...
Hey, listen. Is your mouth tiny and small? Then why don't you come down a little bit? Little bits. Where the food is tiny. It looks like regular food, but really tiny. You can put it in your mouth and eat it. Nothing gets stuck in your lips. It's just tiny and fits right in. Fits right in. Little bit.
Wow. Pretty rude of Rick and Morty to steal our patented phrase that no one else had thought of yet. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Thanks, Simon! If the rest of you want to submit a QuickBits clip, tweet it at me, my dudes. Today, Intel announced that their upcoming Xeon scalable processor platform will use a new on-chip mesh architecture rather than the ring bus model that they've used since 2007. This new architecture will bring the usual benefits that new architectures do, like lower power consumption, higher performance, and more complicated diagrams. Bethesda has stated that existing mods available for free will not appear on its Creation Club mod service for Fallout 4 and Skyrim, and that they want the existing user-generated mod ecosystem to continue, and they want people to keep playing Skyrim for another 7 years. Never leave. Microsoft unveiled their new modern mouse and modern keyboard, the latter of which has a fingerprint reader built into the right Windows key. And Atari has confirmed they are indeed working on a new game console. Maybe they're pulling a Nintendo and releasing a mini retro Atari box. That's really the only thing that makes sense here. Sources for all of today's news stories can be found in the NCX forum post linked in the description. Guess what, guys? There's no call out today because it's Friday, and Friday is for partying or staying at home and chilling, if that's what you're into. So that's it for Netlink Daily, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Click over here for previous videos. Check us out on Twitter over here, but as always, like the video if you liked it, comment below for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX, because that's the real meaning of YouTube. And Christmas. Not Christmas.